Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome to another episode of the It Gets Better, I Swear podcast. I'm your host, Louis Beans, and I'm here with Merc with the mic.
What is going on? What is going on, world?
Chilling, chilling, Merc. How you doing?
I guess I'm gonna have to play Street Fighter 6 tomorrow because that's when the Turtles launch.
Oh, was that fast?
Yeah,
Okay.
it launches tomorrow. Which makes sense. The movie came out, which was I loved it.
Okay, cool, cool, cool.
It was a very
But
fun
wait,
movie.
what is what?
All right, so I watched Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Mutant Mayhem this week. It came out on Wednesday, and I thought it was great. I thought it was a very fun movie. I like the camaraderie of the team, and like I like the fact that they are teenagers and they sound like teenagers and they act like teenagers, and I like that aspect of the movie. I thought it was funny. The animation was very unique, but also really cool looking. I think the turtles themselves and yeah, I think Jackie Chan was like one of my favorite characters in the movie as Splinter because he was just out there, but he also kind of kicked ass and shit. I like the direction it's going. It already got announced that it's gonna get two sequels and a TV series soon, so stay tuned for that. But it's definitely worth watching. Go to the theater, see it. Support Turtles. That shit was fucking good.
Wait, so uh, I mean, how many are these annual or not?
The Turtle
Like,
movies.
when's the last time there was a turtle movie?
Well, the last one was the Michael Bay one. The sequel, the
The
Michael Bay one.
second.
Yeah,
Okay. Oh, really? So it has been a little bit since
yeah.
there's been full, and this one like they're going full in. This is because I don't know how these work. Because remember, this is different from almost anything. This is a unique take on this, right?
Yeah, yeah. It
So
got
when they do these though, and I'm thinking back at it, and I don't really know if they ever keep these as a style for a while for the next seasons or something of a show. Or do they just is this a one and done or is it only gonna be like in movie form
I
or
think this one in particular is gonna get the whole thing. Like, it's gonna get the TV series is gonna have the same animation as the movies as well. I think the movies are gonna look a bit more finer. I think they're gonna kind of cheapen up on the TV series because that's kind of hard to maintain, or even go animated with the TV series, but kind of have the same style look. And I think the voice actors are all gonna be part of the TV show.
okay, cool, cool, cool.
So they're going heavy with it. I think the TV show is gonna be called Tales of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and then they kind of took the name. 2012 had the same last season that name. Tales of the Turtles, which is I think is gonna go more into individual turtles and kind of getting their story built more into the next movie. So I think
Hmm.
that's that's the case of what they're gonna go with that. But this would be the first one that will be adapted, like the cartoon, the movie, and the movie are gonna be connected together and then being separate entities.
But still be the current version that they're gonna be like
Yes, that's gonna
when
be the
they
current version. Yeah.
advertise when they advertise it's gonna be those.
Yeah, I think they're gonna do that. But you know what? It depends on what it is too, because they still like using the old school. Seeing that they just got the rights back of the old school turtles, I think they're gonna be capitalizing on that as well. Like Playmate Toys is doing the new ones, the old ones. They're doing everything in between. So there's a lot of things of turtles that are coming out. Like you have NECA with the movies and the cartoon, the movies, the tunes, the comic, the horror, and now the fucking and the arcade turtles and stuff like that. So they'd have all fronts.
Oh yeah, I
Um,
forgot about the arcade ones. Damn, that's a
so
lot.
there's
Yeah.
everything. There's something for everything. Like if you're a fan of something, there's a part of turtles and like lore that you could probably collect for. And then Playmates is doing their kid figures and stuff like that for the new movie, which are great because they're only $10 each, and they're not going to bring to kill the buck. And then they're cool looking to display, but they also fun for kids to play with and shit like that too. And that's what they're made for, is kids to play with. But they're doing a lot of stuff that it also feels like old school to new school and trying to like capitalize on what the brand of turtles is for a new generation too. Like again, this is for a new generation of turtle fans and stuff like that, but also brings in the old one because of humor and everything like that. That's one thing they never really changed, is the humor of the turtles. They always had sense of humor and things like that. They were
Hmm.
never really that serious on TV wise.
That
But
makes me wonder if they would ever take a chance on making the Last Ronin into a
so
miniseries.
they're making a video game. They're not doing a series. They already they named it and they said Last Ronin as a story. Kevin Eastman and Leo agreed. Last Ronin as a story will make a better video game than a movie. Because they said you have to go like people not knowing the history of the turtles, then you have to go to the backstory, things like that. As in a video game, you can actually do that easier and be more adapted and feel the game. I think feel the character more than if you do a movie and it's just a one off. And if they miss shit, you're gonna be complaining and things like that. And there's a lot of things going into that series. Would I like to see animation? Yes. I think of like Warner Brothers, like a Batman animated series kind of style, like the DCU kind of style animation for it would be dope.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
I'm leaning more that they are really committed to doing the last one as a video game, so I'm waiting and to see what that is.
Do they have a preference of a studio that they want to use?
So, like I said, I think I said last week, the dude from Final Fantasy 14, he's been wearing Ninja Turtle shirts during press conference and talking about turtles a lot.
But I'm talking about the companies themselves have, or rather,
Nickelodeon is
like
a
Eastman and them have they got a preference? Because I know they're particular about the vision of
yeah,
whatever they want it to look like, because that's why they're involved.
yeah.
They don't want it to just look like trash or whatever, or
I think
besmirch the name.
I think Laird has more of a say than Eastman. Eastman is not a dude that will be like, "Oh, that's terrible." Laird is the one
Mm.
that kind of is the one that puts his foot down with shit. Eastman, it's funny because I actually was listening to a podcast and they were saying that it's really funny the dynamic of the two guys that created Turtles because they don't like each other. And he said
Mm-hmm.
like Eastman will say everything is okay. Oh yeah, that was a great time in my life. That was like that. He will never say it as a positivity. And then you go to Laird, he's like, I hated that
Gotcha.
motherfucker.
Okay. Okay.
Because Laird is honestly Laird. If it wasn't the kindness of Laird to give Eastman back some of the ownership of Turtles, he would never had it.
Really? He sold
Laird
it?
Laird owned the whole fucking franchise by himself. As in
Oh, from the
Eastman's,
beginning.
yeah, because Eastman sold his part,
That's what I got.
and
Okay.
then Laird
Okay.
kept his, and then he started
Mm-hmm.
Mirage and started kept the comic book going with the Mirage Studios. He's the one that co-founded the 2003 series and things like that, and he's the one that kept it alive from now and then and now today. As he's still a really big hand, like if he doesn't like something, he'll put his foot down. It's like, nah, I don't want that. I don't want that. But he's also the one that partnered with Nickelodeon to get the prices. But the agreement he gave to Nickelodeon is that he wants Eastman to get a piece of the ownership. He
Okay.
didn't have to do that, but he did that.
Yeah, definitely.
But he still hates Scott. He don't like. He just don't like. But it's two different conversations when you actually hear it. Like it's funny because they actually had it. I forgot. I gotta find the source I was reading, listening to, but they were like it's like two different answers when you actually hear them, like the start of Ninja Turtles.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
funny.
I got you.
But
Damn.
I feel like Last Ronin is such a popular book right now that they want to take its time and they also want to really adapt that because the popularity of the comic. Even though I'm not crazy about the current one that's going on, the Lost Years, I'm not crazy about the book. I like the beginning of the new Turtles, but I'm not crazy about the backstory they're giving us with Michelangelo. But they are doing a new one which is gonna start the new Turtles, and I'm interested in how they're gonna go adapt with those new Turtles.
As in, they're gonna have them fully fleshed out already, and they're gonna have their own adventures. You mean?
Yes. So in the Lost Years, you kind of see them growing up with April O'Neil, and Casey's daughter. So
Mm-hmm.
they're training them. They're getting them ready to do what Michelangelo and the other turtles were doing. So they're going in that adaptation and stuff like that, and they're four turtles, and they. But the thing is, with these, they have different. They actually have powers. Some of them
Okay.
actually have
Okay.
other powers and stuff like that. But that's like the best part of the Lost Years storyline. Other than that, like the backstory with Michelangelo is kind of like back and forth, and I'm not really digging it.
Okay. Okay.
But
Gotcha.
yeah, that's the rate they're going. But as a video game, the Final Fantasy 14 director is the one that's been wearing Ninja Turtle shorts a lot and been talking about turtles a lot. So he might have something up his sleeve. I don't trust him. I think he knows more than he knows. So press him. So press
We'll
him.
see. Yeah, we'll
Find
see.
out.
We'll
I
see.
think
That would
that
be
I think that would be a good direction.
it'd be interesting because I I know for a fact many because I listen to people in games industry podcasts and stuff like that. They always talk about how good 14 is, but I think it's okay to say that one of the strong points usually is the actual story.
Yeah.
So I'd be interested to see what they do with it.
Yeah. Same here.
Like I have no experience with it. I will say the game itself is fun,
Yeah.
but I wonder what they want to do. Like, do they want to do the Batman style, or do they want to do something original?
Yeah,
Like,
that's the thing is like most people like fan base wise, the fact that everyone's going oh Rocksteady could do it and things like that, but I'm like they're having issues right there with Suicide Squad right now, so I don't think they're gonna be busy. I think they're gonna be busy for a little bit.
mm, mm, mm.
So I again, if it has, I just want a good gameplay, something that really adapts the story. Um, like I just want good gameplay. The one way you could definitely switch the weapons, a combo system with all the weapons, like him picking back and forth for everything he has, but also really adapting the comic. And I think is the thing that has the great is the fact that the comic has is such a good resource of what they need to do with that book, and they can even put the prequel to it and things like that. But also, there's a lot of story there that they could really adapt to the game. So I just hope someone does it and they give it time, they let it really work, and it hopefully has a good fight system.
I'm trying to think. I don't know who they have in house for that type of deal
For
besides Rocksteady. Like I don't. No, I'm saying if you take them out of the equation
yeah,
and then you try to think who does WB have for the systems. Like if they do go ahead and collaborate with Square for the story because the
yeah,
guy wants to, well, I wonder what type of combat or exploration that like the game will have. Like who's gonna do? I don't know.
yeah, there's a lot
Like
of
that's my thing.
um. Damn, really think about like both games and stuff like that, and kind of seeing how the gameplay is. Like a character, like a company like fucking the people that did Ghost, like how they did the combat and gameplay and how that combat is. That could work for Last Ronin.
Hmm.
Like
Hmm.
the different stance and different things, and you could combine the stance and things like that. It had like stealth mode, but it also had like you could just duel people and shit like that. I think that style works for that game. To think about the companies, so Nickelodeon is like they'll let you use they'll sell you the property. It doesn't matter what company does it. Like they're willing to work with other companies. Like not one company does all the Nickelodeon games. So with that said, like it could be anybody, and it could be like that. But think about how Final Fantasy is and how the last one played. I wouldn't pass that person and that director doing Last Ronin together too.
Okay. I mean
Um,
that probably. I don't know. I think that might be a little bit
you
too
know,
much.
Netherrealm.
See, I don't know what their non-fighting game efforts have been.
They don't have any. The last one they did was Shaolin Monks, and that
Man,
was a good
when
game.
are they gonna make another Shaolin Monks? Come
And
on,
that was a
man.
good
It's
game.
been way
So
too long.
I'm willing for them to take the chance and actually do the gameplay justice. But I think that kind of style, like what they did with Shaolin Monks, could work for the Last Ronin too.
That is true. That is true.
And it's something out the box. It's not a fighting game,
That yeah. You're right.
so it'd be a different. And they have used turtles before. They have had a great presentation of turtles already.
Well, you say that, and then we just saw the collaboration with Capcom
Yeah.
because of Evolution that just ended, and Popo, he's not happy to hear that. Scott
Yeah.
Steiner's like, no.
No. But that's where it goes. Like it depends on what you want to do with it. And like Turtles is a horror. Like they'll sell the license to everybody. Like you want to use it, okay.
Yeah. So
They don't care.
you saw the trailer
Yes, I did.
for the skins
Yes,
in
tomorrow.
Street Fighter 6.
Guess I'm playing Street Fighter 6
Um,
tomorrow.
yep. And then if they're looking for somebody to work on the game, then I mean they're in good graces with Capcom. So there we go. So I mean, if that's a studio that they can work with, then I think it's a probably I think
So,
they're probably a better fit.
so crazy shit is like I think they're in good grace with there's a big bunch of companies that are in good grace with Turtles because Turtles are in Smite, Turtles are in Call of Duty, Turtles.
What?
Yeah,
What?
Shredder's in
Oh,
Call of Duty.
oh yeah, Shredder. I forgot about. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
so like
crazy.
they're in good graces with a lot of people, so anyone could really do it. And like again,
That's
like the
true.
license, they like
That is
I,
true.
I think, but I think they really are gonna focus on Last Ronin to be integrated into a game, and how they're gonna focus on it, I don't know, but I know they're gonna be more hands on
Maybe
and
they
want
could
to get
get
it done.
the weren't they rumored to be working on it? The Mordor people.
Shadow of Mordor, yeah, and that was another one that they were saying that they were talking about. Like, it's their other company, not just them. So I think they're doing. I forgot what else they're doing. They're doing something else, or was it that? There's a chance that it was that, because I know they're doing Wonder Woman,
Okay, yeah, because there's one. Okay, you did
and
bring
that
that up.
one
Yeah,
don't
Wonder
look.
Woman.
That one was like, I don't know. But the last Ronin, I could see that. Like, I could see that too. I think Shadow of Mordor was a good game, so I could see that style into working with. Again, it's a long time from now. We haven't seen anything now, and I don't think we're gonna see anything till maybe next year of it anyway. So still gotta wait and see.
I was just thinking about how tired of Assassin's Creed I am,
Yeah, I
and
haven't.
I wouldn't mind though if they made a Turtles game. Just saying,
Yeah,
if they maybe they made the last Ronin.
yeah, but I think that's the one company I think Nickelodeon had issues with. It was
Oh
Ubisoft.
damn! Come on, man, you can't. It's the
You
one
remember?
studio.
They did the remake of the arcade game, and they were only
Oh
able to
yeah, it
sell it
was
for like a
bad.
year
Yeah,
and
it was
shit. Yeah,
bad.
yeah. They had issues with that.
But I think you could say that's a long time ago because that was 360 era.
Yeah,
Come on, that's a while. Hopefully that's water under the bridge.
yeah. But yeah, Assassin's Creed is again is a played out game. Do I am I gonna buy the new one? Probably not. Maybe when it's on like a really good sale, I'll probably. I did like um um Valhalla.
Okay, okay, that's a
But
Viking one.
yeah,
Hmm.
because the dude is not sneaky, so it gave you a different kind of gameplay because you cannot really sneak with a Viking. They're fucking big and
Yeah,
loud.
yeah.
But I thought that game was good. I couldn't get into the other ones. Like I tried, I just couldn't get into them. And I heard they were great. I just couldn't get into them. It was just the same
Okay.
shit. Too much of the same shit for me.
Mm-mm.
You play one, you play them all. They all kind of the same.
I feel they. I don't have that. I guess you call it FOMO
Yeah,
from missing all the ones after two Brotherhood.
yeah,
Like I feel like after I played that, I was good.
yeah,
And I could walk away happy because I think that was basically the end. The end that was the end of Ezio's story until they decided to go back and revisit it.
yeah. To add more to the story.
Yeah,
Like we're good, we're good. Like you have to add more to the shit.
yeah, exactly.
I liked it
Hmm.
four. I think four was my standout
Yeah,
beyond the
to
Brotherhood.
play four was fun. Yeah,
Yeah, because you had
yeah.
the pirate aspect of things and the ship battles and stuff like that. So it had
Hmm.
enough new stuff to keep me in it. And then everything else
Yes.
kind of just felt the same, just with different cultures.
Yeah. So I think maybe I don't know. I don't know.
I liked
But I
Valhalla.
think I would just say I give them credit because you know they are also the house responsible for Splinter Cell,
Yeah,
and they know how to do a stealth game.
yeah,
So I would think that'd be a big part of the gameplay, right?
yeah,
Stealth,
yeah,
just because of the nature of the, Michelangelo and how he was fighting, or
yeah,
how he had to approach the situation. Not that he wanted to,
yeah.
because I also remember he tried doing dumb stuff and that backfired. So
Yeah. like honestly like going into like the just gameplay style like I was saying earlier, Ghost of Tsushima, Sucker Punch, they have a good style to work that game in because the four directions each weapon, and then you could combine all the weapons together and shit like that. But then he had like he had like probably more than four weapons. He had like 8 weapons because he had the billy clubs and all the other shit too.
Hmm.
But again, I just hope that whoever's doing it does it justice. I really, because you have a big fan base on your ass right now, and you don't want to fuck it up because then you never hear the end of it.
Yeah, 'cause especially when everything else that's involved with it is, at least I'm not seeing anything too negative about it.
Yeah,
So like, if people are happy right now, don't be the ones to make people unhappy.
exactly. Turtles is doing great right now. And definitely, shout
Um,
outs to that movie. It was a really fun movie. Definitely check it out.
okay, gotcha.
Um, as we talk about
That's all.
Turtles, we did talk about them being in Street Fighter 6, that which they showcased it on Evo, which is this month. So go into Evo. Besides them trying to play music, but go into Evo, and there's a lot of stuff that they announced beyond the fight tournaments that they had too. You probably know more about the fight tournaments. I know what they announced. That's about it.
This is true.
Yeah,
This is true. Uh, so they had Street Fighter 6. They had Guilty Gear Strive. Um, Mortal Kombat 11. King of Fighters 15, and I believe that was it for the main games.
yeah,
There were obviously a ton of other sub games. I might be missing one. No Smash because I forgot this. This is a Sony owned event. Oh, Killer Instinct was one, and that
there
was
you
pretty
go.
cool. Um, and they announced for Killer Instinct that there's going to be a brand new balance patch, so they're going to bring the game up into the modern era. So if you have Killer Instinct, that's actually a very good thing, because and also it has a still concurrent player base,
Yeah,
which is actually pretty good because that game is over 10 years old right now. Which is like funny to think, man, Killer Instinct came out that long ago, and they still support it. Like, damn, a lot of other companies should learn from that instead of just putting numbers on games.
yeah,
I'm just saying.
yeah,
I'm just saying. You don't have to just make the new one. You can just sit there and perfect one
yeah,
and just update it. You can still charge money, but anyway. Um, so they had theirs, and that was the announcement for the grand finals. The players that won, I did not catch those. The only ones I saw was was it? I know the guy Leffen, who's like a multi-game competitor.
yeah.
He won Guilty Gear Strive, and his character was Happy Chaos, which I was like, good, because that character is literally just a mess.
Nice.
So, so I'm like, you know what? That's the representation of your game now, a mess. So thanks. Um, Tekken 8, I did not see which character won though. I think it was the same guy.
Yeah,
That I think he won 2 games. Now, if I'm not mistaken, like, so there's a guy named from the UAE, which is the United Arab Emirates, and I
yeah,
believe he won Street Fighter with Ken.
yeah,
And that's what I was telling you. Ken won Street Fighter.
yeah,
He
yeah.
won Evo.
Nice.
So now he has to get his family back
He did it for the family.
because the story of the game is he lost everything.
Yeah,
Um, so damn it, I would love to have it if they somebody just put the words out, but like it's so new that it's not really compiled yet.
yeah,
Let's see.
yeah,
Let's see. We got the winners for Street Fighter 6, Angry Bird. That's the name of the player. Number 2 is Maynard RD, which is the guy you know that plays Birdie.
yeah.
So in this game, he plays Blanca,
Oh, cool.
and that's number 2. Um, let's see who else for Guilty Gear Strive. Like I said, it was Leffen, and number second place was in. I'm not saying it. Oh, Nubenheimer. I
Yeah,
forgot. It's his name is kind of cool because it's all caps. NBN. HMR, but it's pronounced Nubenheimer.
Yeah.
If you know, um, Tekken 7, it was Arslan Ash, and uh, he, they don't say the character he used. Damn it, I forgot. Second one is a guy named AO. Not familiar with them, but it's funny. The guy that won Tekken also played in Street Fighter. I think the guy that played in Street Fighter also played in Tekken, which is cool.
Yeah.
Ultimate Marvel 3 was the other game. That's the one I forgot. Um, the number one, first place was Jabril, and number two's name is Evasion.
Nice.
Dragon Ball Fighter Z. Also, I forgot that. Uh, Number one is Hikari, and number two was Yasha.
Nice.
King Fighters 15. They have first place was Yao Hai, and second place is his name here is ET. I would love it if it was Stone Cold ET. I don't know. Shout outs to Mick Foley for randomly posting that. Just what? Stone Cold ET? All
they
right.
hell they announced Fatal Fury new game or the
Yes, they
DLC.
finally they finally showed some gameplay.
Nice.
Well, character models
Yeah.
rather. Multi Blood was another one I missed. Um, the first place is named Moai, which I would just the picture of just one of those things sitting in a chair with a joystick makes me laugh. Second place was Die,
Yeah.
DAI, not DIE. Mortal Kombat 11. The winners were Ninja Killer 212. I believe they were a pretty popular person. I think they're a multi-game player as well. Second place was just Nicholas, the most normal name ever. Okay, all right, Nicholas. I'm imagining it's Nicholas from
Yeah,
wrestling.
yeah, it's the tag, the former tag team champion, now video game champion.
Oh man. Um, but I know every game also had announcements. So Street Fighter was AKI and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, like you said, the Avatar items.
Yeah,
I think the trailer for the girl though is pretty much just saying drugs are bad because she
yeah,
just literally doses a character. What's going on?
no
What y'all
drugs.
doing?
It's the Dare
Um,
program character, no drugs.
yeah, don't do drugs. The Guilty Gear character is Johnny,
Yeah,
and they're gonna have actually new mechanics to the game so for the start of the new season. Tekken 8, it was Raven
yeah,
and a girl named Azucena,
yeah.
who is they. She says she's the coffee queen. So
Nice.
missed opportunity to hit you in the head with a coffee mug though. So
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I felt like the missed opportunity, or throw like coffee beans at people's eyes or some shit.
you know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying.
The spit coffee in their faces, something. She's
Yeah,
gotta have a move. They show her super. The only thing that I think that's kooky about it or quirky is that she flicks you in the head at the end.
yeah,
Like, all right, whatever, man. Where the coffee beans at?
yeah. I'm
And
watching.
then Mortal Kombat,
Yeah,
they have Reptile
yeah. Reptile
and
was
two
cool.
other characters, Asura and Havoc. Havoc is like what? That's a character from one of the 3D era games, which I don't think anybody thought they'd be bringing that back, but they bring him back. So cool. And Reptile looks cool as hell
Yeah, he does.
because they literally said enough of having him look halfway as one or the other. Now he is a man that turns into a reptile, and he turns invisible too. So
Yeah, they look cool.
that's
They look
pretty
so cool.
cool.
And yeah, they announced. There was a lot of good announcements. I'm watching Up Up Down Down. I'm watching the wiffle ball thing and Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez, and I'm scared for Liv's life. If Rodriguez swinging the bat,
Oh, she's like right next to her.
yeah, like it's a T-ball, and then she has to put the ball for her to swing, and then she swings like right, like mere seconds from her.
Jesus, what Liv? What you doing?
Shout outs to Cinnamon Toast Crunch sponsoring it. One of my favorite cereals of all time.
Yo, I forgot to show you the thing. So it was like sad for them to say it because Kayla's last day on the bump was like last week.
Yeah,
But then they had the emojis were there.
yeah,
So it turns out I don't know if you remember. There was a match they had at a pay-per-view a while ago when the Cinemojis were actually ringside.
Yeah, it was a Rey Mysterio match.
So, one of the Cinemon, I think the one that was by the ringside, you know who it was?
Who?
It was Sol Ruka.
Nice.
That was just mad random. It was just like, what? So I don't know if she did it again.
Yeah,
I think she probably did.
nice.
But I was just like, what? What? She was Jesus Christ. Do they have one of them at the up down down event as well or no?
They have two of them.
They had two of them there?
They have two
Oh,
of them
okay.
there. Yeah, two of the
All
circle,
right.
the square faces.
The square
Yeah, it was a
faces
Rey
that dance
Mysterio
around.
match that had the sponsor because he was
Yeah,
on the
so it was
box.
her. Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. So Kayla's leaving the bump.
Yeah, that's kind of sad.
Is she going anywhere else, or is she still with WWE?
No,
Oh, okay.
she's still with the company. She was doing the pre-show and stuff, but
Oh,
it was
okay.
just like that was kind of random and sad to hear. But
That's the reason why like I'll actually
I
tune
mean,
in.
maybe she's getting a new show. I
Yeah.
don't know. Or maybe they just have her doing so much stuff. They're like, you know what? We have you doing this. We'll have these other people doing the bump. There's still the other two people,
I don't care.
but now they're having Megan Morant as the main lady.
Megan Moran, who's that? That's the new chick that was on the panel.
hmm
I didn't
I
like
would
her.
say, I would say I'm cool with her doing it because I know she does this weird thing on Twitch with her and Drew Gulak
Okay.
and like the other guy from the bump. So I'm like, you know what? Why not? Why not? She's not bad. She's not bad. So, but no, Kayla is like, damn, who's Bailey gonna make fun of now? Who's Zelina gonna have a feud with?
Yeah.
Jesus, what's going on? What is that?
It said Megan Durant, WWE. I'm trying to see like what she looks like. So I don't think I remember her. I don't know.
Uh,
Was she in the panel this week on SummerSlam panel?
I don't. No, I didn't see it. I didn't see that.
Oh, okay. I don't know who she is. I have to see her. I don't know who she is, but I don't like it. I don't like change. I don't like change. But then again, I don't really watch the bump like that, so it's not. I watch it here and there, depending on the interview and stuff.
It's a good show. It's a good show because I would say they don't do so much story stuff there, but when somebody does come in character, it's pretty good. And not for nothing, when something really good happens on that show, it kind of does elevate people because I guess enough of the right people watch it
Yeah,
that, like, for instance, like the main person who benefited from it the most I could see recently was Grayson Waller
yeah,
because
yeah.
he came in character and he was just saying wild and ridiculous stuff,
Okay.
and I think he called somebody out, and then it went from the bump to like actually the person responding, and then it went back and forth. And I was like, okay,
Okay,
so
that makes sense then.
some good stuff. It came from that show, so I'm like,
Okay.
all right.
Cool, cool. Anything else? Oh, I got
Um,
the Turtles 3 boxing and the Kino box. That's like a pizza box and it has a T-shirt,
okay,
employee of the month picture, magnet, and it comes with a scooter and his first outfit in the movie, which is the pizza
I
outfit.
got.
And then Turtles 3 came in. They look so dope, but they do have the funny faces and it works really well. The costumes look dope. The samurai suits look dope. It has the time traveling, the whatever it was called. Um, it was cool. They look really good, and it looks like the movie box. So it looks really cool.
I normally say the less reference to that movie, the better. But those turtles look amazing.
They do, they do. I think that's all.
So good
I
job.
hope that's all we get from this movie.
No, we need the colonizer.
No, we don't.
We need the colonizer.
If they do one, I want to see Splinter and the Elvis, the blue Hawaii with
Yeah,
the
I
with the
told
and
you
that shade on his head.
I want the Japanese dudes with the shirts on. or just the little underwears. But then
Yeah,
they have to come with the shirts.
yeah.
They have to come with the shirts.
They would have to get the rights for the actor.
I know, but what are those guys doing today? They making they use a couple
Yeah.
extra bucks,
But yeah, they
get a
came out
little
really cool.
residual check.
Those figures are
You know what
cool.
I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah, but they did a good job. Good,
yeah.
good.
Now Kino's getting
Uh,
like two other figures too, which I'm like,
oh, you gotta get those. All right,
the foot
all right.
soldier training one he's getting, and then I think the end of the movie one.
Uh, the foot soldier training one's okay. I'm not mad
Yeah,
at that.
and you
The
get
end
the
of the
big foot
movie.
soldier with him. The one big foot
Okay.
soldier.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Well, yeah,
All
that's
right.
all I got this week.
That's pretty funny. Somebody said the things you don't hear in Vegas as pertaining to Evo. You haven't seen B movie? Oh my God, you have to. Have you seen the B movie?
Yes, I have.
Would you recommend seeing the B
It was
movie?
okay. It has
Okay.
a lot of
All right.
adult humor.
All right. Oh, okay. Okay. Okay.
It's a Seinfeld, Jerry Seinfeld movie. He talks to
Mm-hmm.
B. It's
Got
okay. It's on
you.
Netflix, I think. I think yeah, it's on Netflix, I think.
Oh man. All right.
Yeah, fucking Gable looks like he's trying
Um.
to kill Xavier and Breeze
Mm,
with the baseball. Anyway. All
he's
right, you
saying
wanna
he
go to
messed
this
up.
movie?
Finn messed up. That's all I have to say. Finn messed up.
He gonna get jumped tonight. He gonna get got.
He better. He better. If they trying to make sense,
they gonna
he can't be there no more.
they gonna
He's
take
gotta
his
leave.
demon.
He's gotta leave.
They gonna take his demon and put it on JD.
All right. Okay. All right.
They gonna Ghostbuster his ass. Take the demon out of his soul.
That's it. You messed up.
You done messed up twice. He tried to help you twice, and you didn't believe that man.
Yep.
Supposed to be your
Pretty
boy.
no good. Yeah, exactly. You don't trust your homie?
Supposed to be your
Mm-hmm.
brother in arms,
Mm-hmm.
black and
Mm-hmm.
purple for life, kind of shit. And you like, nah, I
He's
don't
like,
trust him.
no. What are you doing? Nah.
Fucked up. Rhea's gonna body slam me too.
I hope so.
I hope so
I
too.
hope
He
so.
deserves
Dom
it.
hits
Like
him with the.
Balor deserves an ass whooping right now. He
He
fucked up.
he,
He
he
fucked it
gets
up.
a nice Dominic frog splash too. Yep.
That curve stop on the briefcase, he earned that. Like that was
Yep.
100% on him. He did it to himself. All right. Yes.
All right. So now we can get to this movie.
Yes.
This week's is Cowboys and Aliens. For some reason, I thought it was Cowboys versus Aliens.
That's
It probably should
my
have.
girl was saying the same thing. She's like, is this the Mandela effect? Wasn't it Cowboys versus Aliens? And then I'm looking at the comic. It was called Cowboys and Aliens. So I'm like, yeah, the comic is Cowboys and Aliens.
Interesting. All
It's
right.
based off a graphic novel.
Okay, and that's how we got here.
Yep.
It is 2011. It is PG-13. It is an hour 59. I'd say a tad too long.
Yeah.
Um, the release date. United States, is that the release date? Release date? It says July 29th. Does not say the premiere. Um, Directed by John Favreau
Yeah.
of the Iron Mans, plural, Avengers Endgame,
Yep.
Chef. A lot of good stuff.
Jungle
Book of
Book.
Boba Fett. A lot of good stuff. Um, Written by Roberto Orsi, Alex Kurtzman, Damon Lindelof,
Yep.
Mark Ferris, and Hawk Osby. And that's for the screenplay. Um, I'm trying to see. Oh no, no, no. Okay, they do give credit to Scott Mitchell Rosenberg for I guess the book
Yeah. He probably wrote it.
Platinum Studios.
Yep.
Okay, so I have to ask you: have you ever read Cowboys and Aliens?
No, I have not.
Okay, so both going in blind.
Yep.
Did you see the movie before or
I
no?
did see this movie before. Did I remember it? No, because I forgot completely Harrison Ford was in this.
All right,
Like
cool.
he was a
So
mist. Like, honestly, I remember them being a rival like cowboy kind of thing, but I could not picture the person that it was.
yeah, yeah, gotcha.
And it was
I don't think he was advertised.
he wasn't on the marquee poster or anything like that either. He was
No,
on the
no,
poster
I see.
later on, but when the first movie first came out, no, he was not on it.
Okay, so it stars Daniel Craig as Jake Lonergan. All right, that's an interesting name. Um, Abigail Spencer as Alice. No last name. Buck Taylor as Wes Claiborne.
Yes.
Matthew Taylor as Luke Claiborne. Uh, Cooper Taylor as Mose Claiborne. Clancy Brown as Meacham. Paul Dano as Percy Dollarhide. Chris Browning, not Chris Brown, as Jed Parker. Adam Beach as Nat Colorado. All right. Sam Rockwell as Doc. Okay. Ana de la Reguera as Maria. No last name. That's interesting. um, let's see. Is that about it? No, no. Where's Harrison Ford's character? It's all the way down here. Harrison Ford as Woodrow Dollarhide.
Yeah. You said Olivia Wilde.
Olivia Wilde as Ella Swinson.
Yeah.
Who else we got? Because we got like some people that
The
recur.
kid, Noah Ringer, the Emmett Taggart.
Okay.
That was
Let's
the
see.
kid. They gave him a knife.
Oh, look at yeah.
Keith
Julio
Catterin.
Cesar Cadillo as Bronk. He was a
Yeah.
major character. Who you said?
Keith Catterin. He was the sheriff. John Target.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, yeah. What's that guy that played the bad guy in everything that was scheming towards the end of the movie to take the money? Damn it!
Uh,
Is it Walton Goggins? Yes, it is Walton Goggins. Yes,
yes.
Walton Goggins, who's always the bad guy.
Yeah.
Another one.
Oh
Like
yeah, yeah, yeah,
what's my homie with the short hair who
yeah.
played
Oh
Dum Dum Duggan
yeah,
in
yeah,
the last
him. Yeah,
movie?
yeah, he's another always a
What's
villain.
his name? McDonough? I forgot his name. Always a villain.
McDuggan. Something Neil McDuggan or something like that.
Yeah, Neil McDonough. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I just gotta shout out my villains.
Yeah, Neil McDuggan.
Um, oh wait, Walter Goggins as Hunt.
Yeah.
Yes. I think that's about it. What does the synopsis say for this one? A spaceship arrives in Arizona, 1873, to take over the Earth, starting with the Wild West region. A posse of cowboys and natives are all that stand in their way,
Yep.
and that's where we are. Um, it it opens more or less with Daniel Craig waking up with the alien device on his arm, not knowing what it is. And I think I think yeah, well, it does make sense that it goes that way. Is that slowly over time during the movie he's remembering more and more.
Yeah.
I think it's the way it happens is every time he's knocked out or goes to sleep,
Yeah.
he starts to have like the flashbacks of what happened to him. And so you slowly find out that he was probed by aliens and then woke up mid probing and uh, what ends up happening to start the rivalry is he slashes the I guess the Doctor Alien in the face and escapes, but the first thing he does is like clasp that thing on his arm. So,
Yeah.
but then as you see, Doctor Alien remembers in the end. I don't
Yep.
think that was his name, Doctor Alien, but
Doctor Alien.
Doctor Alien. But I mean, the first thing he sees is the alien operating on people, right?
Yeah.
Is what he's doing. It's Doctor Alien.
Probing people.
Um, I think like the sub story was like there was a rivalry going on for control of like a town, and it was like Harrison Ford's his gang or his guys or whatever, his crew, and they were against like whoever was in charge they were not seeing eye to eye. I believe it was.
Yeah.
Um, and then that gang eventually, I think. Oh well, it they don't see him. I think when the aliens come, they assume he's gone. So then you right away you have like the split of the gang of these two guys talking, the two I guess lieutenants or whatever, and one of them is like, "Oh, well I'm in charge now," and then slowly as they pan away from the gang activity and more over to what's happening with like Daniel Craig's his character, you start to encounter the Native Americans because they're out there as well, but he's not necessarily aligned with the Cowboys anymore.
Yeah.
Is what I'm saying. Like, there's one thread that is you stole my gold. Where's my gold?
Yeah.
Right. Like that's like the main thing that's holding them to him to the Cowboys
Yeah.
is the goal. He doesn't remember the goal because I guess because of what happened to him in the spaceship.
He got probed.
He got probed and put that thing on his arm. So
Yep. Once you get probed, you
um,
forget.
you forget. Yeah, that's the rule. Or you get turned to dust,
Yeah.
like the lady that was in the other machine next to him.
Yep. Yep.
Um, but what's going on there is I believe that the reason he like warms up, not really warms up, because of people he met, because there's that guy that he is also native,
Yeah.
but he's in the gang. I think it is like he has the trust of Harrison Ford's character,
Yeah.
and he's like basically walking through both worlds. They tried to get in order to fight back. They're trying to get Daniel Craig's character to remember.
Yeah.
So he goes on an ayahuasca journey, and then that starts to bring back like more vivid, longer memories of what actually happened. The whole thing with his wife coming back as, or his, I don't know if it's his wife, but like the woman he was with coming back as like a spirit,
Yes.
like through flames and whatnot, being brought back through like I guess the native. Because again, we're already going with aliens. So what the Native Americans are believing is not out of the realm of possibility of being real.
Yeah.
So there's stuff on their end that is actually spiritual and what we consider magic or whatever, but it's actually real in this world or what have you. So I mean, as a movie overall, it's pretty good. It's just that it explains a lot,
Yeah.
and that's where it drags down. I feel this movie did not need to be 2 hours long.
No, it did not. I feel the same way. Like it was really long-winded at times.
Hmm. Hmm.
But I think the last, like I'll say, like the last 30 minutes was worth watching.
Yeah,
Like it
like
was,
I think
it
that was
got
the
really
best part.
action
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
Yeah, like everything came together. Like they had the explanations for everything. Everybody, you knew why the natives and the cowboys got together. You finally got to see them
Yeah.
agree on how to take down the aliens, right?
Yeah.
And then you see the plan unfold, and it was like, all right, that's cool, that's cool. I like
Yeah.
that.
So
And the action was good. Like they spent some money. The CG was pretty good.
yeah, the cast was good.
Um, yeah, the cast was pretty good. Yeah, like I think everybody carried the movie. It wasn't bad. It was just long winded.
Yeah.
So
What you
I
give
give
it?
it 3.5.
3.5. I think I'd gone with the same score, 3.5. I thought it was a decent movie though. So your 3.5s are of. There's quite a few. There's Josie and the Pussycats. There's Ghost World, Surrogates, Jonah Hex, Constantine, Thor, American Splendor, History of Violence, Punisher, Warzone, 300. 300 is your top, and Josie and the Pussycats
I'm
is your
gonna
bottom.
I'm gonna put it. What's after Warzone? Going down
Warzone, History of Violence,
and below that,
American Splendor.
I'll put it right below American Splendor.
All right, so right on top of Thor. Okay.
Hmm.
Cowboys and Aliens. 3.5. I also put it right over Josie and the Pussycats of mine. our next movie, and we'll be wrapping up 2011 with Conan the Barbarian.
Okay, I've never seen this one. I The only thing I know about it was I think didn't Arnold choose the guy?
Jason
Like
Momoa.
have a well, like didn't he have a hand in like saying that should be the guy?
Yeah, and this was I think his first like big feature film too. It was Jason Momoa.
Okay, all right, all
Yeah.
right.
So yeah, Conan the Barbarian. We wrap up 2011 with, and then we kick off 2012 next week with Ghost Rider. Well, following week with Ghost Rider Spirit of Vengeance. We have Chronicles, Avengers, Men in Black 3, Amazing Spider-Man, Dark Knight Rising, Dread, and that will be 2012.
Dread is taking too long.
And yeah, that's our next one, Conan the Barbarian. Let me see if I can find Conan the Barbarian. This is a non-beard Jason Momoa.
Oh, that's why I definitely don't remember what that being him. Okay, okay,
It is on Hulu and it is on YouTube TV, so it's probably on FX.
okay, all right.
And so definitely check it out when you get a chance. All right, wrap this up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you for listening to another episode of the It Gets Better I Swear podcast. Make sure you catch us anywhere and everywhere. Red Cyclone Inc. That is Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram. That is YouTube. That is SoundCloud. That is Spotify. And we got a WordPress, so check it out.
Yep, yep.
Where you at, Mark?
Follow me on Instagram, Tumblr, Twitter, YouTube, SoundCloud, and Twitch. Also follow me on Threads and TikTok, Mark the Mic as well. I post a lot of figure photography and everything like that on TikTok, so definitely check that out. Shout outs to Tenacious T and Jeremy Charaja. They do have a pop culture podcast called Popcorny. I was on the last episode. Definitely check it out when you get a chance. It's on Spotify. Popcorny. And always remember, follow the Jinkies.
He's hungry.
Are you gonna play Boulder Gate 3 or whatever it's called?
No,
You
no.
could be
It's
naked.
interesting,
You could
but
just walk around naked.
nah, I'm good. I'm good.